What is going on, everybody? Sorry for the tone of my voice. I am a little congested, a little sick, as you will. Seeing the title and the thumbnail, no, it is not clickbait. I know you cannot tell from this angle, but if you really pay attention to my truck, you'll notice a few things, like it has fresh headlights in it now. It's actually cleaned for once. I haven't cleaned it in a long time. The back wheel is shiny. I've outdone myself. But, like I said, the title and the thumbnail is not clickbait. I did get into an accident with Ron. Now, a little story time for you as to what happened. Cruising down South Main here in the old Madisonville. Me and my buddy Sebastian Lewis, side by side, cruising together. Hit ice. No bueno. Bad things happen. His truck spins out, hits my truck. He bounces off of me, hits a curb and a hill, and then he rolls. Very bad. Can't lie, scared the shit out of me. Not him hitting me, that him rolling. In the truck, it felt like being pushed off the road. That's all it felt like. I did have to lock the brakes up so I didn't hit a curb, but was not, that bad on the inside of mine. Now, when I turned and I seen his truck after it had, rolled and everything, I flipped the fuck out. I was bawling my eyes out. Was not a fun experience. Now, my truck, all it needed to drive again was a center link, which you cannot see, obviously. A center link. It needed a passenger side headlight. Well, really it just needed a corner marker, but the headlight, everything had to be replaced. It needed a blinker bulb, and it needs to be aligned still. I've been driving it anyways because I don't care. Now, let's get into showing you the damages. And first, I will show you his truck. Here's a picture of it. As you can tell, it does not look like we would be in the same wreck. His truck is done for, totaled, bad. Speaking of, there is a GoFundMe set up to get him a new vehicle. If y'all would like to donate, anybody watching, if y'all would like to donate, go to his Facebook. That way you can, well, I'll tell you what, I'll just tag the link to his GoFundMe in the description below. Now, with that being said, why is this car coming over here? With that being said, let's get into showing you my damages. Now, to start off, this wheel is bent. Like, really bad. Right there, actually. You can kind of see a little bit. It's flat. It is no longer round right here. Now, believe it or not, you cannot tell driving down the road. You can't feel a vibration. It doesn't shake or nothing. But right here, it leaks air occasionally. I don't know why. At first, it was every time you drove it. And now it just occasionally leaks. But that happened. I can show you the center link real quick. This shiny black bar here, I had to replace it. It was bent right here, so I had to replace that. That was a only because I didn't put the truck on jack stands. He scraped my paint off, my plastic here, and what he had done was he ripped this corner marker light out, and I couldn't obviously just order a new corner marker, so I had to get a new headlight. And of course, I couldn't just order a new headlight, so I had to get a new set, which I'm glad I did. Glad to have fresh clears. Now, as you can see here, fat dent. And then also, right here is a little dent. And then it had also scuffed my paint through here. You can barely tell because I just washed and waxed the truck, but kind of scuffed the paint a little bit. through there. I painted heavy Chevy on here because I thought it was funny. Because, you know, the fender's done. I ain't going to fix this fender. And I let them paint their... So everybody in the accident painted their name on the fender here. So my boy Dom, Sebastian, he was the one driving the other rig. His girlfriend and his girlfriend's little brother, obviously me and my girlfriend, he painted his name in the dent, which, you know, I told them they could do whatever, but a little scratch right there too. It also did break the actual plastic that this bolts into, the old headlight, but I took the whole thing off and just, you know, replaced both of them. So, it also kinked the bumper right here, so the plastic is like almost touching the grill. Maybe I'll get a new bumper. I really would like to, but I don't feel like paying $300 something for one. It's like $300 for the chrome part of the bumper itself, and then another $250 for the top plastic, the bottom plastic, and a valance, because I am going to actually put a valance back on this truck now. That's another like $60 for the actual mounts to mount this part of the bumper. So that is stupid. Oh yeah, he broke my mirror as well. I don't know how. So I had to shoot self-tappers into it so it wouldn't fold in going down the road. But it is cracked pretty bad. Gonna have to replace the mirror for sure. But at this current moment, it's good enough to drive down the road. Now, as you can tell, my truck to his truck, you wouldn't think we were in the same accident. Actually, a bunch of people did think that we just happened to have an accident in the same night. Mine looks like I hit a deer. His looks like he swerved, missed a deer, and rolled. But, that being said, keeping this video nice, short, and not boring, and getting something out, that is a little story time into how I got in a wreck and who I was in a wreck with. Like I said, there will be his GoFundMe link down in the description below. If y'all want to go donate, please do so. He feels very bad about hitting my truck because I've had mine for so long and he had his for a month. But with that being said, I'm gonna roll the B-roll and end this video off here. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe out there. The snow and ice is no joke. So I got very lucky. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Also, one more thing I forgot to say in that last clip. We actually did do stars in Ron. So Ron has stars. So like in the time being that I was waiting to get this thing back up on the road, I went ahead and pulled the headliner, put stars in. I did a 460 piece. Did a couple designs in it, but yeah, I forgot to say that, so I went ahead and said it. Y'all have a good one.